What's happening, YouTube? You're in the building with the Black Avengers of current culture, and we have a special guest. This right here is the first lady of Black film reviews. It's the homegirl Sharronda from Pay or Wait. Sharronda, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. I like that. First lady. Okay.
Look, let me tell you something. People watch you across the world. You have a cult-like following that don't act like people in the normal cult. So yeah, you the first lady of film review. That's right. And let me shout out one of your subscribers, Sweet November 79, wanted me to make sure I say what's up on her behalf. She loves you. She follows you. Yeah, and she couldn't wait for us to get started with you today. And so if you guys are finding any of us for the first time, please subscribe to my channel, Sharronda's channel called Pay or Wait, and Larry's channel, Today I Feel Like. And we want to start this out by Sharronda giving us a little background of what created this love for film and what brought you into YouTube doing film review.
So with my parents, they were huge movie people. So my mom and my stepdad will take me to the movies every single weekend. My mother will fall asleep every single weekend in the movie. I will never understand why she wants to go to the movies every week. So I will basically see everything. And so the kids at school will be like, hey, like, what should I see? And so this went from grade school to high school to college to after college. And so my friends are like, you should just start your own channel. And so when I started watching film reviews and TV reviews on YouTube, I noticed that there weren't a lot of people who look like me. And when I would read the comments, a lot of people didn't think that Black people watch sci-fi or that we didn't watch period pieces or dramas or Oscar-contending movies. So I decided that I wanted to start my own channel to fill that void of us not seeing people who look like us, and also too who give the Black perspective, and also who actually review Black movies, because a lot of the big film reviewers, they don't review Black films unless it's like this big blockbuster film, which is few far in between that actually gets greenlit by Hollywood until recently.
Right. And the void you are feeling, I've met people. You have a very huge reach with African-American women. I've talked to several women in my local area, and I'm in like the Greensboro, North Carolina area, that watch your channel. And they know, awesome. Yeah, they watch your channel. They like the way you deliver your critiques. They like the makeup. They like the hair. They like the nails.
Today, I was with kids today. Can't do makeup.
and they just generally like the way you. I guess what's the best way to put it? You keep it real, but you give a static review. And a lot of them have mentioned that as I've been out and about talking to them. And some of the things that I want to know, and Larry, I'm sure he wants to know too, is kind of tell us your journey being a Black, best way to put this, grow your audience with our people, but also trying to garner other audiences, if you will.
And I'm sure you have it twice as much because you're Black and you're female, so I'm sure you're catching it on both ends.
Yeah, so it's been an interesting journey. I went from when I first started to having to get to know, like, putting yourself out there and dealing with like being called out your name, all types of crazy, like, just crazy things that people say to you on social media. But I think one of the things that really stood out to me was if I didn't feel positive about a movie, the backlash that you get. But even when you say the exact same thing that non-Black critics say, like, they decide to come and attack you only. So that's been something that's a little hard to deal with. Especially even with Black films. Like, I did a video a couple weeks ago how I'm kind of to the point where I don't know if I necessarily want to review Black movies or TV shows, because I find that when I speak my mind, you get a lot of backlash from, like, your own people. It is the craziest thing to me, because I see these YouTubers who say the most outlandish things about Black people, and, like, we be like, it's okay, I support you. I'm just like, hold up, wait a minute. what happens. And the fact that you see all these other channels grow so much more, those are recommended more. You don't get to see that many Black people who have, Black reviewers. Who have like 1 million subscribers or who have 500,000 subscribers and stuff like that. You don't even get to see your videos that are recommended, that often. And I've even had people tell me, well, maybe you shouldn't put your face in your thumbnail because you get more clicks. They don't know who you are. So
man, that's brutal.
It's crazy, but it's true. Like
I've got the same advice too. I've even had people tell me, as a Black YouTuber, they've told me I should hide my subscriber count, hide my face. I've heard some of the same things she's talking about. But Larry, I didn't mean to step on your toes.
Sharronda, I've been told the same thing. When I used to have a pretty large channel, and I was told the same thing, like, oh, maybe you shouldn't do this, maybe you should, because I used to wear all kinds of t-shirts that would say stuff like, I had my Black Lives Matter t-shirts and my unapologetically Black t-shirts. I still rock them sometimes, but I used to get all kinds of flack, people calling me all kinds of N-bombs in the comments. I've had people say, oh, you shouldn't, the same thing, you shouldn't put your face in the thumbnails. But I had other people that told me, no, you should absolutely put your face in the thumbnails, that people aren't coming to your channel for your information. They're coming for you. Even the haters that are coming to your channel are coming for you. So let them know who you are. The haters, lovers, all of them, let them know who you are.
Right.
I definitely agree. It's crazy, and I think that's something that I struggle with, because I want my channel to always feel as though you could be talking to your sister, you could be talking to your mama, talking to your cousin. I just want people to feel like they're having a regular conversation about all the things that go through our mind when we're watching film and television shows.
What about your auntie? Could you be talking to your auntie?
Yeah, I'm an auntie. Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
I wasn't sure you left the mouse. So I had to double check.
Look, I'm somebody's TT, so it's okay.
And through your journey, what have been things that have kept you motivated when you've put a lot of hard work into your videos, and sometimes it doesn't feel like they get the views that you feel like they need, when you've done an excellent job of every phase of what goes into being a YouTuber? How have you been able to stay motivated to keep growing the way you're growing? I've been following your channel from afar since you had 5,000 subscribers, and now you're just about at 30,000.
Yeah, it's my subscribers. I'm kind of like, it is very frustrating to do what I do and to constantly be told by studios that you can't have this interview, you can't get this screener link because your audience isn't big. And then you see people who have less following, they get less views than you, and they get all of this access. It's so hard. And it's to the point where now, I've stopped requesting interviews because I always get denied. And I just really focus on, I'm just going to provide content to my subscribers, and I'm just going to grow my channel to get as big as I can to where they can't ignore me. But I think that my subscribers keep me motivated, and really just sticking to what I feel as though my path is and what my dream is. And no studio, nobody they can't take my voice away from me. They can deny me access to interview talent or deny me being able to see their films or shows, but I still have my voice, and I'm going to make sure that people always hear what I have to say about things.
Hey, that's what's up. What you got, Larry?
I was going to say, you should keep asking. You should keep asking for those screeners, even if they say no, because eventually you're going to reach somebody eventually that's going to say yes. There's going to be somebody that's going to be like, why not? And it may just be that one movie that they really need some new eyes on. And that may be the one that you get in with, and yeah, there are going to be some people that are jerks out there. I do tech reviews. I do a lot of tech reviews on my channel, and I get the same crap where I get people saying, you know, I hit them up. Hey, can I review such and such product? And they give me the same thing. Well, your channel's not quite big enough for us. And then I turn around and see some white dude that has like 10,000 subscribers less getting that product for free and reviewing it. So, but you just have to keep asking. They say no, then, you know, then go buy the product on your own. And if it's crap, then you dog the crap out of it. You know?
Now I'm gonna have to buck heads with Larry on that part.
If it's good, you give it a good review. But if it's not, don't hold back.
It's hard with stuff like this because you would get blackballed.
Right, exactly. You have to do it. You've got to do it in a manner where you are being honest, but it doesn't sound like you're attacking them. See, if I let you go in there the way Larry wants you to go in there, they really gonna put you in the corner.
Larry trying to get me kicked out for good.
I agree with you. You have to be fair. But I'm just saying, like, I know as a tech reviewer, I think sometimes when people send you stuff, and I've seen it with other people when they send you stuff for free, sometimes you have a tendency to be a little bit more gentle with them versus if you bought it on your own. And so sometimes, you know, you may, let's say you look at a movie and you're like, the directions, it's decent, it's okay. The acting's pretty good, but maybe it could have been, you know, maybe it was a little, you know, oddly cast. I mean, you don't necessarily need to hold back if you're paying your own dime to watch it. You know, I'm not saying you should hold back anyways, but sometimes I think when people start getting free stuff, they have a tendency to be a little bit softer on it. And, you know, and when you pay your own money, you say what you want to say. If they don't like it, so what? You bought it. You know?
That's not something I feel like you have to worry about with her channel, because she has always, when she didn't like something, she'll let you know.
I don't like you.
Right.
I mean, when I say she didn't like Black AF, she did not like.
I don't think you talk about this again.
I was really nice in my review for.
She was nice, right?
Really nice,
but you knew she didn't like it, and that's what I mean. Whenever you're delivering your reviews in that style, you did that. I know that you didn't like it, but you didn't go off the rails and damn him to hell and damn the show. That you didn't do none of that.
Very respectful,
right? She was. Right. Yeah,
and really should have went in.
Yeah, you could have, but you can leave that to people like me. You know what I'm saying? You can leave that to people like me who I don't have to rely on this as much to get my word across and to make my living. And all you gotta do is slide me a word, and what you want me to say, I'll say it for you. And I won't pull no damn punches on this channel, damn it, because we let it loose up here.
Tell me, what are some of the differences that you see between Black reviewers and white reviewers? So if you're watching the same movie, what are some of the differences you see in the way that Black reviewers review movies versus white people, either in what they're looking for or just the way they actually do the review?
I think it really depends on the movie. And I can say for Detroit, have you guys seen Detroit?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect example. So this was a perfect example on how most Black critics did not like Detroit because they tried to make a lot of white saviors. They tried to sugarcoat the racism that was happening. It didn't feel realistic as to what would actually be happening in that scenario, because it is something that truly happened. And I remember watching the reviews, and there was, at the beginning of the film, there is, you know, everybody, mama, auntie, grandma, has some type of replica of the Great Migration in their house. Like, you've seen it, you know exactly what it is. And when I was watching all of these white critics, they were like, there was this cartoon illustration. I don't know why they had that cartoon illustration in there. I'm like, are you serious? Like, this is like a famous painting. Like, it's a famous illustration. And they had no idea what it was.
Like, it makes you wonder, did they even watch The Cosby Show?
That's one of the paintings that they have in their house.
Right, that's what I'm saying. My wife is from Detroit. You know, we know all about that. And now I know that you are too professional to call out names, but I can call out a name who said exactly what you said, who has 800,000 subscribers, and she's a female, and she's an Anglo-Saxon. Grace said something similar to what you said. Yes, I can say her name. Because when I see YouTubers like you not growing as quickly and getting the following that she gets when, in my opinion, you're doing just as much hard work and in a whole lot of cases better. It makes no sense to me why you're not growing at least that fast. At least that fast. And I saw that review of Detroit and I saw her talking about that and I just rolled my eye. I rolled them so hard I almost went dizzy. I was frustrated by that. I lost it. But
yeah, I mean, it gets hard and you just sit there and you're just like I don't know. I remember watching another Chris Stuckman did a review on Breaking In with Gabrielle Union.
Right.
And I remember reading the comment section and his subscribers were like, why would you review a movie like this? It's so beneath you.
What?
To review something. Yes, they told him that it was beneath him to review a movie like that. That is what his subscribers were telling him.
Wow. You got to be kidding me. Because I saw his review, but I didn't see the comments. And they were saying it.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay. So let me ask you this. This is kind of a toughie. Let me word this in a way where it doesn't sound like I'm trying to demean anyone. But when you have certain genres of movies or certain movies that tend to be more complex than others, how do you levy, I guess, watching certain Black content versus something that's not Black content when I guess it could be easy to be pigeonholed into just doing Black content when you know you might get more views on your Black content versus when you go watch something like Hunters on Amazon or Damages with Glenn Close, something like that.
Yeah, it's really interesting because, I used to get really excited, like, oh, it's the Blackity Black thing. Like, I'm going to get all the views, okay? Y'all can take my views on this. This is my type of movie. And, I noticed that the white subscribers, they still get more views. I remember there was like a channel that had like almost 1 million views on us. And I was like,
wow.
Yeah. And it's like, because it's just crazy to me because you think that that's when like I'm finna hit the Black jackpot, okay? Everyone's finna come watch my stuff. They gonna comment. And it's not like that. Like the white creators, they still get more views on stuff like that. It's the craziest thing to me. And even a lot of their fan base is Black. And so I think sometimes people get excited to see because when they don't cover Black films and shows, that when they actually do, they actually get a lot more views on it.
Okay.
Yeah, me and Larry and some of the others that we network with, we talk about what the barriers that we have as YouTubers, how to overcome them, and how to get our growth to go in the manner that some of these other guys go. So, for example, for my channel, I've crossed genres on my channel probably 5 times since 2015. I've been up here since 2015.
Oh, wow.
It's taken me from 2015 to now to get to 120,000 subscribers. I've gone from fitness, money and finance, tech reviews, to now just kind of general pop culture issues. I do some movie and TV show reviews here and there, but sometimes I notice on my audience that I have now doesn't follow me as hard as prior audiences did. And those are different things that we try to talk to. So how are you been able to maintain engaging your current audience, but also then trying to garner more audience?
I think for me, with my subscribers, we have like a whole family type of vibe. I mean, I do lives all the time, and we know if something's happening with one of the subscribers, we check on them, and we have funny conversations. So I just always try to stay engaged. I always try to make sure that I reply to comments, even though I've been totally sucking at that right now. But I try to make sure that I'm always communicating some way, somehow. Like, I never want people to think that I'm this like big YouTuber. I'm just a regular person like everybody else. I got a day job just like everybody else. This is just, you know, like I'm just a normal person. And so people can always reach out to me, ask me questions, whatever. Like I always make myself available besides people trying to slide in the DMs.
So, folks, she does have an Instagram. Do you promote your Instagram? Do you like followers to follow you on the gram?
They can. I'm trying to be better at the gram. I'm trash at the gram right now, but I do post pictures from time to time.
Okay. Follow her on the gram. She says she's trash, but her gram got way more subscribers than me. I'm the garbage man.
I food blogger before. Actually,
what'd you say?
I used to do food blogging before.
Oh,
yeah, really? That's cool.
Oh,
yeah.
So have you done food tours before?
Yes.
Now, are you in the Atlanta area, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah.
Every time me and my wife come to Atlanta, we go on the Atlanta food tour. Y'all got like 5 of them. The Peachtree food tour. Mm-hmm. It's enough, and we eat up everything, and it tastes.
I never stay like skinny. I'm always eating.
Oh Lord, have mercy. So I tell people from November through March, I get chubby. I mean, and my excuse for that is so I can make my muscles bigger by lifting heavier. And then I try to go ahead and get rid of all that and shred it back down. But this year I'm stuck with Rona and I'm stuck with a baby. So I don't know if I'm going to get back down to 10% body fat this year. I'm going to keep that thing real with you.
That lack of sleep you finna get.
Hey. So you talk about that sleep, but I'm here to tell you, young lady, it ain't going to be no spoiling of that baby.
That's what he says now. He's already got a room full of stuff he's bought.
Is the baby sleep in their room though, or the baby will be with y'all?
Larry. Dang, go you work.
You know what? Every once in a while, you'll see him start struggling for breath. That's because he's already wrapped around his daughter's already got him wrapped around her pinky, and he's just like gag, and she's not even out the womb yet.
You see, y'all let my wife tell this story. She'll tell y'all I kiss her stomach more than I kiss her, and that's just that. As Barack Obama used to say to Mitt Romney, Governor Romney, that's just not true. It is just not true. I kissed the stomach twice, and then I kissed her lips once because the stomach, your baby can't feel it with one kiss. You got to penetrate, man.
See, so, more kissing the baby more than your own wife.
Right, man. This is not about us. It's about Sharronda. Let's get back to Sharronda, okay? Not babies being spoiled. So,
all right, Sharronda.
Sharronda, what is your favorite genre of movie?
I love thrillers.
Okay.
And I love period pieces.
Oh, okay. And of I guess, what's your favorite thriller of all time?
Ooh, making you go into the archives of your mind.
Yes, dig deep. Dig deep.
Here we go.
I don't know. I remember one movie really scared me when I was younger, and that was Kiss the Girls.
Oh, I remember that. Larry, you remember that?
I remember I watched the movie, but I can't remember what it was about.
But Primal Fear is another good one with Richard Gere and Edward Norton. It was a very good. I love movies that have twists. Like I just watched this movie called I See You, which is on Amazon Prime with Helen Hunt. Really good. I randomly I couldn't sleep. I was up at 4 a.m. this morning working, and then I just watched this movie, and it was so good. I was like, oh my goodness, I need to tell everybody about this movie. I See You, and it's on Amazon Prime.
Are you going to do a review for it?
I am tomorrow. Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
Now, here we go. Now, Larry gonna poke you now. Talk to us about Insecure season 4. Like I said, you have a hold on these TV shows, and when I look at your channel, I think that's where you're making a foothold in your growth, because it's not a lot of us, especially a female us, doing reviews in the range and diversity of TV shows that you do. So talk to us about Insecure season 4. What are your thoughts about how the season is going and everything so far?
I love Insecure because it's one of those shows that no matter what's happening with the characters, it's something that's so relatable is something that everyone always has an opinion about. There's always this deep discussion like, okay, was Molly wrong? Was Issa wrong? What is Lawrence doing? It always helps you like kind of self-reflect because you look at these characters and you've been in some of their situations before. Mm-hmm. I don't understand why Larry does not like Insecure. It really breaks my heart.
I tried. You know, I'll be honest with you. I never got past the first season. I started watching the first season. I just couldn't do it every time. I'll tell you what it is. I'll tell you part of what it is. And if she ever hears this, it maybe I'll meet her one day and my mind will be changed. But Issa Rae, something about her just sort of just grates my nerves. Something about her, I don't know. I don't like seeing her on screen. And it's funny because I've read some of her stuff. I read her book, what is it? Something of an Awkward Black Girl. And I actually enjoyed it, but something about her on screen, I just don't particularly enjoy, which is odd because I think she's an attractive woman, but something about her just bothers me. I don't know what it is. There's some intangible out there I haven't put my finger on yet, but I just don't particularly like her that much on screen.
Did you watch The Photograph?
I haven't yet. I probably will watch it. It does not look like it is a movie that I would probably enjoy very much, but I do like what's his name, Lakeith something. Yeah, I like him, and I do want to support a movie that's about Black love, so I probably will watch it. But it doesn't seem like it's something that's directly in my wheelhouse. So I will tell you, I have been looking forward to that other movie with her and what's his name, Kamal. What is it?
The Lovebirds on Netflix.
Yeah, Lovebirds. I've been looking forward to that one. That actually looks like it might be kind of funny. So we'll see, though.
Okay.
But I mean, Insecure looks like it has a nice cast of pretty Black people in there. So I've thought about watching it again, but every time I turn it on and I put it on for a few minutes, I'm just like, no, I'm out. Just can't do it.
You might have to give it another try, Larry.
I might have to.
You might have to just dibble-dabble into it again and see what happens from there. Sharronda, talk to me about Power. I got blown up for Power this past season. That kind of grew my channel a little bit. What did you think about the way it ended, and are you interested in any of the spinoffs that are going to be coming from Power?
Sharronda, before you get going, let me just tell you, Lamont didn't just get blown up. He got blown up and trapped into Power.
I did.
His audience would not let him go.
Mm-mm.
He would do Lamont. We would do live streams talking about world events, and people would pop into the comments. What about Power? When's the new episode coming back? We're gonna watch repeats since the show's off.
They don't be playing about Power.
No. Man, they're more loyal than Tommy.
Post videos, I'd be like, y'all, like, can you just enjoy the video I got right now? Like, y'all ain't gotta come for me like this in a whole separate video, though.
Man.
So talk about Power. So you've been doing Power. You've been doing Power reviews. Talk about Power. We want to hear your ideas and opinions.
Power. Did I like how it ended? I don't know how it ended. I had to think about it for a moment. I didn't watch too much TV. I'm excited about the spinoffs.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see the Tommy spinoff.
Right.
I thought it was very interesting to have the one with Lorenz Tate's character.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like a 50 Cent version of Scandal.
Yeah.
That for some reason. Yeah, I think it's really dope how 50 took like this show. Who would have thought that when you first started watching Power that they would now have literally 4 spinoffs?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy. 50's going it big.
And he's got that show that comes on ABC that's pretty good. Yeah. It's really, really good. And I kind of had started doing reviews of that and then kind of got pulled away. But that's been a very, very good show for network TV.
Mm-hmm.
And now I got to take you to the geeky. We're going to get every phase of you while we got you on this channel today. You see this hat I'm wearing? Yes. I am definitely a Black nerd, unapologetically a Black nerd. And I want to know, what are your thoughts on where Marvel is going, considering they've kind of had these setbacks with COVID-19?
Yeah, I mean, I think that Marvel will be fine. As soon as they're able to resume production, I think the most important part is making sure that they get the Disney Plus shows out, since that will tie into where we go with the movies. I'm more concerned about Black Panther, just because we've been hearing rumors that Chadwick's not going to continue on, and then we haven't really gotten a new release date for Black Panther. We don't know if they've been writing on it. Is the script done? Are they ready for pre-production? I don't know what that's going to look like. But I think the main thing for Marvel right now is to make sure they introduce this new phase of characters. And I think it's one of those things where we really have to just wait and see what the new content looks like. Because we've grown these 10 years with these characters that we don't have half of these characters anymore. So I think it's really just a waiting game. We have to just wait and see, what is everything going to look like? Are we going to enjoy the Eternals? I know I'm probably going to enjoy Black Widow. I saw some cool footage at Comic-Con this last year. So that looked amazing. We saw a fight sequence with Florence and with Scarlet, their characters. So I'm excited to see where Marvel is going. I think that all of us are kind of on edge because we just have known these characters for so long. And so it's hard to let go and have to get introduced to all of these new people in the MCU.
And with them having to push back the Black Widow movie to November, and I think we're still kind of in limbo.
November is happening, son. No.
You don't think it's going to happen in November?
Are you going to the movies?
No, I'm not going, and that's what I was getting at.
They're going to push it up. I'm hoping they're going to push it on to Disney Plus. That's what I'm hoping for.
I was going to ask you.
You know,
maybe they'll do like a on-demand thing, and then after like maybe what would have been a theater run, they'll push it on to Disney Plus.
I don't know. You talking about giving up $1 billion?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean maybe.
So now
I mean, if you think about it, when you go to the movies, if it's more than one ticket, like they're losing out on that second ticket, third ticket, fourth ticket, because you buy one that everyone in the house can watch it.
So let me ask you this: New Mutants information I got yesterday.
Release New Mutants on Hulu.
They're talking about pushing that to VOD. They leaked out some set pictures, which usually has been the telltale sign that a movie might be pushed to streaming service or streaming platform.
We've only been begging for it. Do it now.
What?
They want money off of that.
Because the movie was finished like a year and a half ago, if I'm not mistaken.
That movie been finished. Okay.
So you would be comfortable. You wouldn't mind them going ahead and releasing New Mutants the way they did Trolls.
I will buy it right now. I mean, I'll ask for a screener first, same a coin. But I will buy it if they don't give me a screener. I would be content with paying $20. Yes. Give it to me now.
Okay.
Now, let me ask you this, and this may be something that, people don't always want to talk about, but I have to bring it up. We talked about it. Me and Lamont talked about it before about what the Eternals, about them making one of the Black superheroes gay. And Hollywood constantly double dipping, figuring, well, if we're going to go ahead and have a Black character, let's go ahead and make him gay so we can get two of our check boxes ticked right away. And I'm wondering what your thoughts are on there, because I often feel that we are often just way overrepresented when it comes to gay storylines. It seems like there's always something where there's a Black dude that's gay or a Black woman that's a lesbian, and not that doesn't exist in our community, but it feels like they are always double dipping, and we seem to be way overrepresented in that space.
Yeah, I mean, I think that is fine. I mean, he would be the first. They don't have an openly gay. I mean, they don't
not
have
yet.
Gay.
Not yet.
And what I will say, when we get to the LGBTQ community, a lot of times Black people are ignored, because at the end of the day, when we hear LGBTQ we focus on the white piece of that. And at the end of the day, a lot of people, black people, not only are you gay, but you're also black at the same time. So that's like a double struggle right there. I think that my only issue that I have when we get into making sure that we're checking the box is that it looks too much like we're checking a box and not just having them be a normal human being. Like, they're a superhero, they're black, they're gay. But let's not overdo it to the point where you're trying to drill it into people's heads. Hey guys, look, we got a black person, they're gay at the same time. Look, we checked the box. No, because it doesn't work. It doesn't feel authentic. It doesn't feel real. It doesn't mesh. It doesn't flow. And that's when people have these feelings that, you know, everyone, they're always gay, or they're always this, or they're always that. Mm-hmm. I just think that just let them be human. Like, just let them be human. And that's just a part of who they are. But as far as superheroes, they never had any type of gay representation from someone who had powers. Mm-hmm. And we haven't just speculated the entire time.
Oh, goodness gracious. How do you feel about...
I guess I just wonder, why does it have to be a black person for the first one? I mean, it's like we have two black superheroes right now for Marvel, really. We have Storm and we have Killmonger. I mean, sorry, the other hero, the one you guys call the hero, T'Challa. You know, Killmonger's is the real hero of Wakanda. But
this guy,
I have to put that in there each time. My point being is we have like two, and really with Storm, you don't really. I mean, people know she's black.
Storm, right? Storm don't count. We ain't got no Storm.
Well, I know, because they don't really ever talk about her being black. They don't even mention that she's African in the movies. It's just she's there. We see she's black because she's black on screen, and that's about it. So, I mean, it's just sort of like, why is our first one or our second one and our first African-American one have to be gay? I mean, that's to me where I see it feels like it's just like, here we go again.
So let me ask you this. Would it have made you feel better if they made the first gay one white? Because
I guess I would not have, it wouldn't have bothered me. I wouldn't have cared either way, I guess, at that point.
Okay.
I wouldn't have cared either way, but I feel like it just, when you see so many depictions of gay black men on the screen, it starts to feel like there is intentional overrepresentation.
I think it's because being gay and black is very hard in the black community. There's a lot of homophobia in the black community, especially with black men, and how they feel about black people being gay. And I think that is a good thing. And it really just goes back to, when you hear about that community, you don't hear people bring up black people. They don't bring that up. They just see LGBTQ, like you're a white gay man or you're a white lesbian, and that's it.
And I guess my issue with it is, with the overrepresentation, is I feel like it's one of those things where they're doing the silliness that they did before. Like, for a while there, it was okay, all black women are maids and servants, and then it was like all black men are thugs and gangsters and criminals, and then it went to this whole thing where, okay, we have to show black people in positive lights, and so they made all black men like the screaming, yelling, angry police captain. And it was like, every police captain in America is not black. And they made all the black women like doctors. So it's like every black woman in the world is not a doctor or a lawyer. And then, now it's starting to go to this whole thing where it's like, you see relationships. It's like, rarely do you see a black on black family in a show, TV show or movie, unless it's made by black people. If it's made by white people, it's usually always the black man's by himself, or he's gay, and the black woman is with a white dude. And at some point you realize this is not an accurate representation of our community. It's just completely falsified. And so at some point, I know people probably are thinking that I'm a homophobe or a bigot or something for saying this, but I'm not saying this because I have problems with those particular groups. I have problems with the fact that they are not accurately representing our community. So I'm just curious about what you see when you watch these films.
I mean, I think for me, I think the biggest problem is it's always the black. I think that colorism is a huge problem. It's a huge problem. I watch a lot of TV, and every TV show that I watch, you would think that every Black woman in America is mixed with curly, coily hair. You would just think that it's like the Black woman. You see Black woman, that's her. And I think that's my biggest problem. They're always in interracial relationships, but not even that. Like, they just assume that if a Black woman is in an interracial relationship, it's with a white guy. It's not true. Like, at all. There's so many other cultures that Black women date. I don't understand why we only see. That's why the whole thing with Molly and Andrew on Insecure is a big thing, because typically you only see a Black woman with a white man. And right. Like, that's not real life. We're not all light skinned. We all don't have curly hair. I can't have curly hair. I have to have a perm. Okay. That's not my hair texture. So I think colorism is the biggest problem for me, because we're telling our daughters, you about to have a daughter. Okay. We're telling our young daughters that in order for you to be seen on TV, in order for you to feel beautiful, that you have to be light skinned, that you have to have this certain hair texture. And that's just not true. And that's not saying that I don't want these, like, all Black women are beautiful. We all come in different shapes and sizes. We all have different hair textures. And it's not saying that I want them to take jobs away from Black women. It's just, you can't, I'm so tired of watching TV and I see the same looking type of Black woman. And imagine if I was a kid growing up. I mean, you got to think, when I was growing up, you know, the storyline was you had to be white. You had to be white to be considered beautiful. You had to be white to get the cutest guy at school. Or the only thing that you can do is be the white girl's typical best friend who just basically you're her lackey the entire time. And so I think it's very unfortunate that we are teaching our young Black women that they are not beautiful enough unless they fit into this specific bubble. And this is all that they will be able to do, is be a best friend.
Do you feel like, because what you're saying is for sure a problem, but do you feel like they haven't tried to diversify the colorism? Because when I was coming up, culture, especially like hip hop culture, all they pushed was light-skinned
women. Yes.
That's all they pushed. And I see more beautiful dark-skinned women like a Issa Rae. You're seeing Jill Scotts. There's several. There are a bunch of them you see now. But at one point in time, Halle Berry is supposed to have represented Black women in Hollywood. And I'm not knocking Halle, because Halle ain't done nothing wrong. She represented Black women well. But, you know, I'm with you. I'm about your complexion. And so I feel you on that plight. But do you feel like Hollywood hasn't made some inroads, or they just not making enough inroads to fill out that color spectrum?
They don't care. They don't care. They put a Black person in there. Be happy. We put somebody as Black. Even though they so red, they look like they walk around with chicken pox every day. They don't care. To them, that's representation. We put someone Black in there. What do you want from us? Like, what do you want? We put someone Black. That's what you get. This is beauty. This is beautiful. We can sell this Black person. We can sell the pretty light-skinned girl with the beautiful hair. That's what we can sell. That's who people will like. That's who people want to watch.
So you feel like it's one of those things where you put the light-skinned girl in there, she's able to cross genres better with Anglos, and I guess because we're there, because we know she's part Black, we're going to support her. But Anglos can see, oh, she's beauty and light, and she's less aggressive as someone dark-skinned, that type of thing. You think that's why Hollywood is still up to them same tricks?
I don't even know. It's not even tricks. They just don't care. They don't care.
I mean, you could be dark skinned, but you definitely have to fit a certain mold. You need to be the thin, long hair, aquiline features. Someone like a Tika Sumpter, she can get in there because she fits their mold. She kind of looks like a Black Barbie doll. And so
my girl crush.
She's cool. She's definitely cool. I like Issa Rae. I think Issa Rae, from where she started as a YouTuber to where she's at now, I think she's making inroads. There's a whole crop of young, talented, darker us that are doing some good things. And then that leads me down this road, and you know I was going to have to go there. Thoughts on Tyler Perry Productions? You know I can't let you out of here with that. And you live down there, so you got to part your words perfectly. Because I know what you want to say.
Hold on, let me get you in trouble.
No, don't you get her in trouble. Don't do it. No.
This is what I say about Tyler Perry. And I think that he said it perfectly. And this is what I've been saying since A Fall from Grace. Tyler Perry has his audience of people. He knows exactly who his audience is. He knows exactly what they want to watch, what they want to see. And that's how Tyler was able to build his own studio. He didn't have to ask nobody for nothing. It's his own studio. Tyler Perry, even though people have issues because he doesn't invite people in his writer's room, he doesn't let people direct, but Tyler Perry has given so many Black actors so many opportunities. Their first acting roles, okay? When was Taraji starring in her own movies? When was Idris starring in his own movies? Think how many people he actually gave, like Crystal Fox with A Fall from Grace is her first leading role in a movie. It's the first movie centered around her. So do I always agree with Tyler Perry movies? No. But do I respect the fact that, hey, he said, this is my audience, this is the drama that they like. They want to feel like they're in a melodramatic soap opera all day, every day with a bad wig. It don't matter. He's still making money. So I think that we have to stop projecting what it's expectation versus reality. Mm-hmm. We expect Tyler Perry, because he has the money, because he has the influence, because he has power to do this. But that's not what he wants to do. If Tyler Perry said today, I don't want to make no more movies, I'm just going to let Marvel and everybody just rent my studio out, and that's how I'm going to make my coins, that's what he can do. Like,
but you know, this is the problem with this, right? And I'll be straight up. I do not enjoy Tyler Perry movies. I just don't. Now, I have supported the brother. I have done some shady stuff where I've gone to the movies, bought a Tyler Perry ticket, and then went over and saw the Bourne Identity. I've done that more than a few times because I want to support the brother, but I don't like his movies. But, you know, but I will say at this point in his career where he has his own studios, he has the power, he can actually make some high-end, not just for his audience movies. Just like you have people like designers like Isaac Mizrahi. He makes his fancy stuff for all the expensive high-class chicks, and then he makes his budget stuff that's going to go in Kohl's or Target or wherever. Tyler Perry can do the same thing. He's been making his same old movies. He can really go and make some other stuff if he wanted to.
But he don't want
to. I think at this point he should be doing that.
But he doesn't want to. He said, I'm good.
I understand he doesn't want to, but I still think that he should be doing that at this point.
And I think it comes from a place of love, because it's like we see you doing these great things and we know that you're like, you can do so much more. Like, even though you're doing a lot, you can still do so much more than what you're doing now. Mm-hmm. And I think that I'm just at a place where I made peace with it a few years ago. I just said, Tyler's gonna make his movies for the people that want to see his movies, and I might not be a part of that demographic, and it's okay. I ain't gonna go see no Tyler Perry movie. I'll watch it if it come out. I actually didn't think of Fall from Grace. I thought it was better than most of his other movies.
My favorite one still is The Family That Prays. I think
that Prays and The Diary of a Mad Black Woman.
Yeah, that one had, you know, that crossed the spectrum for everyone. Anyone could watch that movie and relate to him. Anyone. And I think a little bit of what Larry is trying to say is, because I'm kind of with this too. We know that Tyler Perry has that group of people that's just going to watch the soap opera. We know that. Mm-hmm. But I think in so many words, we're trying to say we want our people to uplift their level of contentment to a higher plane, and that we feel like Tyler Perry can lead them there. You know, this is one of those situations where if you lead the horse to water, they might not guzzle it, but they might take a sip.
But I mean, Tyler's saying, like, I totally agree. However, it's the same thing like Hollywood right now. We could be making movies with new ideas, totally new things that we never seen before. But it's 10 times easier to make a reboot, a prequel, franchise, and make money.
Right, but Tyler Perry has the opportunity to do something for not just for himself that can make money, but he has an opportunity to do something for his people where he could really say, okay, we're not just going to do the same old thing where I'm going to show this ridiculous group of friends that are all wealthy. Every black person is upwardly mobile and yada, 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 or I'm going to throw my Medea wig on and all that crap. He has the opportunity to really create something better, and he's not doing it. And I think that's very, very disappointing because he's in a position that he doesn't have to go hat in hand and go asking other people for money. He can actually do it himself, and he's not doing it. And it's disappointing.
I'm just playing devil's advocate because I totally agree with you guys. I just made peace with it a couple of years ago. But think of a fall from grace. He had lawyers, public defenders, Black people were artists, Black people police officers. Like, Black people were painted in a positive light. Minus Mekhi Brooks' character.
I'll be honest with you. I haven't seen it. I still have. I kind of was done with Tyler Perry with the whole Medea thing. I just didn't like it. I thought it was disrespectful to Black women. I thought the whole Medea thing was really, it was like I saw it as basically like a modern day minstrel show. It just seemed like it was some real coon shit. And I just couldn't get down with it. And so I just stopped messing with him. I think the one movie I saw was that, like, I think it was like a Jack Reacher movie or something that he did. Mm-hmm. And that was it. Huh?
Alex Cross.
Yeah, I think that was like the one movie that I saw that I actually enjoyed.
I think that was a part of Kiss the Girls. Or was it? Yeah.
That was actually, I thought that was a good movie. That, like I said, and The Family That Prays still, I think, are the crowning jewels of that. And maybe for Tyler, Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Yeah, and maybe for Tyler, the way he's kind of giving back in the studio might be his way of doing what we're sitting here discussing.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it looks differently for everyone. I mean, like I said, Idris won't get no starring movie roles.
That's true.
Taraji won't get no starring movie roles. She was getting supporting roles. She did Benjamin Buttons, but she wasn't starring in her own movie until I Can Do Bad All By Myself.
Right. So we're going to get you on the off rant now. Again, we want to say thank you for coming. Everybody, please subscribe to her channel. Now we're going to give her the lightning 9 minutes before she goes. One thing I want you to say to someone who looks up to you for what you've done in YouTube, being the first lady of film review, what would you say to a young lady who's modeling after you, who might want to get into YouTube and try to do the same thing you've done?
I think I always tell everyone, when you're starting a YouTube channel, you just, like, what do you bring to the table? Mm-hmm. What do you do that separates yourself from everyone else? Because we know from seeing all of the other channels, everybody talk the same, they say the same stuff, look the same way. How are you different? Like, why are people going to go and listen to your opinion versus all of the other hundreds and thousands of people that they can go listen to?
Because I'm willing to fart on camera.
Because you said what?
Because I'm willing to fart on camera. Everybody does it. What Shrek say? It's better out than in.
Oh my Lord, have mercy. Bro, you sound like my grandma.
Man, Shrek has wisdom for days in that movie.
For real though.
So go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that's it. Just be yourself. I want people to feel like when they meet me in person, I am the exact same person that I am on camera and behind the camera. I'm probably worse behind the camera than what people think. But I mean, just be yourself and bring something new. My mom always say they got to see something different in you.
I'm feeling you on that. And
let me ask you, if you were I'm sorry, Lamont. I know that Lamont loves Marvel movies. I love Marvel movies. So if you were going to have a Black director do a Marvel film or even a DC film, who would you like to see direct one of those?
A Black director.
Yeah.
Technically, we had Tim Story who did Fantastic Four.
Okay. So,
we also got old boy that did Black Panther.
Right. And Black Panther, I guess when I think about that, yes, he did do that. I'm thinking like of a non-Black movie. So if someone was to do, say, like, I don't know, the next Black Widow, or someone was to do Black director was going to do, say, a remake of Green Lantern or something, Like, I would love to see Ryan Reynolds get another crack at Green Lantern, but I would like to see like F. Gary Gray do it.
I want to make sure that I say her name right. She did the second unit for Rise of Skywalker. Victoria, is it Victoria? I'm just making sure I spell it right. Come on, phone. Dang. You see I'm on right now? Dang. Victoria Mahoney.
Okay.
She worked on the Rise. She worked on the Rise of Skywalker. You know, I wasn't a fan of that movie. But I think she would do a great job. I think that we also need to get out of this whole, like, you only hear about the same. Someone posted a Twitter thread. There's like, name a Black director that isn't Ryan, Ava, Spike, or McQueen.
Mm-hmm.
And people,
yeah. I mean, it's hard. There's not a lot of us out there that have made a big name for themselves.
Anton could actually do a superhero movie as well.
Yeah. If he could learn to keep his hands off light-skinned women in France, yeah, he could. I wouldn't mind seeing Ava DuVernay do something.
She's actually working on something for DC.
Is she really?
Mm-hmm. The New Gods, I think.
She's doing New Gods?
Mm-hmm.
How in the world did I miss that?
Wow. That could be fun.
Can we get I know everybody keeps talking about Black Widow. I mean, about Chad, what's her name? Wonder Woman. Can I get Nubia?
I know. I was saying that before it even came out.
I'm with you.
Because Nubia in the comics, she was beating the mess out of Diane until she figured out that was her sister.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
She figured that out, okay?
Right. And maybe Ava has looked at it and might be thinking about it. You know,
please,
you know, because I would love to see that too, and that's why I'm kind of like, we need to get more directors exploring some of these other characters, because there are a host of great Black comic book characters that exist.
That is Hot Vixen,
Black Zod
with War Machine.
Yep, and
Black Panther with the Illuminati.
Yep. You also have a Black Zod, which they're thinking about casting Michael B. Jordan to do that, where he started out bad, but he turned good. You know how it goes. Well,
what about Krypton when they actually Zod's family, like, they were Black?
That's true. I'm with you. Bring them in. We need to get it.
I'll tell you somebody I wouldn't mind seeing getting a crack at it. Now, I've only seen her direct TV episode, so I'm not sure how she would do with a feature, but Sally Richardson.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I think she might be able to pull something off.
She could do something.
But if you're doing a superhero movie, they'd have to probably throw a pretty big budget at her. I'm not sure they'd be willing to do that. So, but I think she could do something.
Ava's Wrinkle in Time was the first time that a Black woman had a budget over 100. Was it 100 million or 200 million?
Wrinkle in Time. Really? I think it was 100 million, if I'm not mistaken.
It was the first time a woman of color had a budget over 100 million.
Hey, and she nailed it. she did the thing. So,
well, it was a Disney movie with Oprah. It wasn't gonna fail.
I mean, it didn't do as well as they wanted it to do, but I mean, it didn't do bad. It ain't do bad. But
that was another one of those little. Well, I'm gonna leave it alone.
Here you go, man. Look, we're trying to get this girl out of here, man. She got Cinco de Mayo. Sharronda from Pale Weight. Sharronda from Pale Weight, ladies and gentlemen. Now, before we get you out of here, we got to play you a graphic. I have visual graphics I use with this technology, so we've got to give you something to make you smile. So, Larry, do you have a guess at which one I should give her before we get her out of here? Oh, she'll like this one, because when she came here, because we don't have many ladies on this channel, maybe we need to start telling people to.
So y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband, because they raping everybody out here.
Hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife.
Woo. You know, hide them all.
I don't know if y'all didn't know about the first lady of film reviewing, but here she is right here. It is Sharronda from Pale Weight. Please subscribe to her channel, ladies. She not only does movies, she's the heaviest in the game and TV shows as well. She does it all. Very diverse. And I want to see her channel go from 30,000, where it is right now. I want y'all to peel off me and go check her out. Get her to like 40,000 within a month, quickly as you can.
I like that.
Sharronda, you get the last word to my audience before we all get out of here.
Before then, if she's getting the last word, let me just say, drink your Coronas and happy Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, yeah. Now be careful.
Coronas, don't get Corona.
Right. And be careful about all them Rona babies too now, because we know y'all ain't doing nothing but laying around the house.
You know?
Yeah. Be careful about them Rona babies. Sharronda, the last word is yours, and then we out of here.
It's mine?
It's yours. End on a good note.
I'll tell you what, before you get out of here, why don't you give us a recommendation for the coming week? Something that we should all check out that's either out or coming out.
I See You, which is a great thriller on Amazon Prime. Becoming, Michelle Obama's documentary that comes out on
that's coming on Netflix, right?
Yes. Dead to Me season 2 comes out on Netflix on Friday. The Eddie with Andre Holland and Amanda Stenberg comes out on Netflix on Friday. All Day and a Night with Jeffrey Wright and Ashton Sanders is on Netflix right now.
That's the youngin from Equalizer 2, right?
Yep, and Moonlight.
Yeah.
And I think that's it.
May I be allowed to give a recommendation?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, go for it.
Justice League Dark dropped today. That's all I got to say.
Ooh.
2 days before my birthday, it drops today.
Nice. Is it on the DC Universe channel?
No.
No?
No.
Where is it?
Okay.
I think you got to go get the DVD. It might be on DC. Before I say no, check it. But I know it came out today.
Okay, I want to look it up. All right.
Yeah, man. So, well, ladies and
recommendations.
What'd you say?
No, I said okay with the recommendations.
That's right. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, you've got her. Go subscribe to her channel. She's always looking for new subscribers that can bring some value to her channel. And I hope that we will see you all there real soon. Sharronda, we're grateful to have had you on this channel. You took our barrage of crazy questions. You still smiling. We ain't run you away.
Look at her smiling. She's got those Tasha cheeks. She doesn't have the Tasha forehead, but she's got the Tasha cheeks.
Lord. And see, folks, and with that last joke, we're going to get out of here. Go get yourself that life game. Subscribe to Sharronda's channel. It's called Pair Weight. And until that next Sexy as Hell video, we'll all see you.
Peace.